To open the season for both of these teams. Going, Eric Bruton, Jeff Smith, Carlina Tobin are three officials in the opening tip. It over. Here is Jasmine Thomas. Gets the pass back from Jonquel Jones. Alyssa Thomas on the offensive rebound, keeps it alive. Courtney Williams, beautiful feed. Jonquel Jones, first
shots. No, they passed it to their teammates to get a great one. High efficiency look.
Miesemann tries again, and Miesemann.
A push to it. Both of these teams like to play fast.
Entry pass down low for Jonquel Jones. Alyssa Thomas.
They're taking advantage of no Elena Deladon and getting it inside.
Well, somebody lost track of the top with that outside game early on. You kind of expect that early in the season as both of these teams trying to get into a flow and in rhythm. So Tori Walker-Kimbrough checks into the game for Washington. Miesemann gets it to fall. We're tied at 6. Back in 2010. Miesemann had that shot knocked away by Jones. Good hustle play to keep it alive. And now there's Tolliver. And gets it to drop, and Washington's on top. In fact, they haven't lost at home since last July 20th. Alyssa Thomas out of the timeout. Ties leading here tonight. Big part of it. They've really bought into this club as Tiana Hawkins.
To watch, and you know, the movement, the sharing, the balance that they have in terms of weapons.
Well, Alyssa Thomas has come into the basketball early on here. They had missed 8 of their first 11 shots, but 2 for 2 since that last break.
They're doing a good job on the ball screen defense, and whether they're fighting how the Connecticut Sun are playing them, but thus far, the rotations.
And a couple there for Sanders, and Sun trying to tie it up again with Thomas kicking out. And Jasmine Thomas hits the first. Sun on top by a point. First 3 hit by either team in this game. You know, by the end of the night. Nice pass down low. Jasmine Thomas.
Players that will have a steady diet of getting more playing time than she may have seen. A lot of that where she can score from, and you want to see that aggressiveness.
Alyssa Thomas for a ambling Jonquel.
As you see there, and Jonquel Jones gets it on the inside. Back to Alyssa Thomas, high, low, in a lot on the outside. So that's what Morgan Tuck can do. She comes in.
Chases it down, and in traffic. Nice ball handling. And even better ball handling and the delivery from Aisha Hines-Allen. That was pretty.
And did a good job of being aggressive to close out, and Hines-Allen reads it right.
Well, it looks like Alyssa. Is it Christy Tolliver in some apparent pain on the bench? And, of course, they're already without Elena Deladon. Hawkins has his stuffed by Brianna.
Things, though. Great closeout by Brianna Jones coming out on Atkins.
Great pass. Jasmine Thomas finds Alyssa Thomas. 5 seconds to go in the quarter. There's Brianna Jones. Whistle blew, and with a couple of.
Coming out of that, out of bounds, you see a beautiful high-low pass once again. Connecticut's doing a great job of working. Brianna working.
In the Euro Cup title and the championship game, she had a double-double.
We've already seen her passing ability and how well.
Bring it to the other end. Bria Holmes is on the floor, making her Connecticut Sun debut. Morgan Tuck, another 3 is good. Back-to-back threes from Morgan Tuck to open the second quarter, and the Sun have opened a 10-point lead. And the answer comes, Sarah, because she had the hot hand.
Exactly.
Emma Miesemann's been quiet since the opening minutes. They get her back involved. Good defense there by Cloud. Quick. Nice dish. The finish, Hines-Allen. Here comes Washington. Hines-Allen will bring it to the other end as Washington looks to continue to run. That was a tough runner there from Cloud. Ball sticking right here. Courtney Williams looking to create, has to force, and of course, she hits.
Continuing to take those looks.
Hines-Allen, no. Walker-Kimbrough, yes on the follow. One down by 1. The Mystics look to regained the lead. Atkins runner, and she is hammered.
Corner quick, and watch Jonquel Jones as she's trying to come in to help. And
they got Bria Holmes on the
initially, because someone got Atkins pretty good.
But she is back, and she's a local gal. And yeah, Kurt spent a lot of time talking to us before the game, Sarah, as Christy Tolliver got back into the game before that last dead ball. It's good to see her back out there because she was banged up.
The same way, when you have championship aspirations, when you can just having a hot shooting night, and that's, to be so impressed with her game and how she gets it done on both ends of the floor, but a quickness and an explosiveness.
Well, we told you Christy Tolliver would be knocking down, playing without a former MVP and a player many believe who could be the MVP again this year. Noah Layton.
Out of both Jonquel, Alyssa Thomas.
There's Alyssa Thomas. Nice footwork.
Once again, apart this Mystics defense right there in the paint. And the work on the break. They've done a very good job with early offense.
Laisha Clarendon at the other Thomas, and here come the Sun with Thomas stopping. Rachel Banham, the three is good. Rachel Banham off of the bench. Tried to set up, now thinks about it and gives it up for Thomas, and a good decision as Thomas.
Well, and I think Sanders, but how about Laisha Clarendon? I mean, she rips the ball up, going back to the versatility it brings. You got two players, flexibility with who you have on the floor.
Alyssa Thomas made 1 out of 2. Well, we've been mentioning how Natasha Cloud has been.
Well, and caught Rachel Banham standing up and just quickly goes to her right. But with this of her first step and the assertiveness and with that extra touches, with those needed numbers to fill up, she's taken over.
How about Rachel Banham? That was a tough shot for her. Former All-Star. Now the backup point guard for the Sun. Takes it right down the hole and lays it through. Took it right at TM, and Jasmine sets it up. That's a strip by Mieseman in midair. Took it away. Cloud. That one doesn't go. Ball knocked loose by Alyssa Thomas. Is a 2 on 0. And Alyssa Thomas.
They're doing a good job of getting position.
Out of bounds, and Thomas has it poked away, defended by Sanders. The spin and a beautiful shot by Alyssa Thomas.
Beautiful job with her touch around the basket tonight.
That's Natasha Cloud. Mieseman beat Jones to the ball. Jasmine takes it, and Natasha Cloud. That's a tough matchup, and she rebound in flight. Alyssa Thomas behind the back. No look for Williams. Back for Alyssa with the right hand. Put it up and through. Jonquel Jones gets it to Courtney. Touch pass Alyssa Thomas, and Jasmine Thomas will go to the line. Sanders.
Excellent length by LaToya Sanders. Something that, again, it's how she's able to use her body.
Thomas.
And those are the type counteract the size that Washington throws at you.
Thomas got it to go on the continuation.
Confidence that we've seen out of Thomas all game.
Atkins felt the contact.
And a great job there. Jasmine Thomas just waiting on it, gets outside the circle.
Allen hopping into the paint. Walker Kimbrough has it rejected by John. Did see the rejection. Oh, there's the bump.
Yeah, Jonquel gets her on the arm. And a lot of these drives and takes, which both of these teams, you can tell have.
Jonquel takes the delivery, and
see, as soon as she's there, she goes for the roll. She knows Mieseman is going to stay with Jasmine Thomas for just a little bit to try and stop the ball.
Gets to the line for the second time in this game. A little less than 12 points per game last year. And Jasmine Thomas, Strickland straightaway 3 off the back rim. Courtney Williams runs it down, doesn't hesitate, fires it through. Can't convert. Here's Alyssa Thomas, good dish. Courtney Williams kick out. Thomas to Strickland, and she hits her first three.
Alyssa Thomas to be underneath the basket and see a wide open Shakina Strickland. That's exactly the type of ball movement you want to see.
Is where we second quarter, but this third quarter, the Sun have
rebounding, and that's including both sides of the floor, not just defensively, but offensively on the attack. But think about the fact the Mystics are shooting under 12% from the three-point line.
About Connecticut, and he said they're the best offensive team in the league as Morgan Tuck adds to the run. They've had some good looks. Williams. Oh, Jasmine Thomas picks up the loose change.
Because the more efficient you could be, especially surrounded by other scorers, that's what makes an impact.
Miesemann defended, under a minute to go in the third quarter. Coast to coast league after missing all of last year due to pregnancy, and now she's a mom.
Look at Clarendon on this play, slicing through, being aggressive, being assertive, and you like to prove in a great opportunity, especially given this.
And the Sun will lead it by 16. Maisha Hines, Rachel Banham takes it herself. Basketball
yes.
player. Wins the tip, and Clarendon at the other end lays it through.
Quickness, well, she finishes. But that's a big thing for a player like Brianna Jones. X's and O's, the understanding of that, helping the game to...
A foul in the act of shooting.
Yep, gets her in the body as she's going up.
Thomas checked in there for Bria Holmes a few moments. Each other all season long, we presume, in the standings. That's Emma Miesemann will go to the line to shoot 9 of their last 10. Well, the Mystics won 8 of their. They win it or not.
Right.
But it would have been a little bit different. Now the Sun look to push. Alyssa Thomas takes it herself. Run down by the Mystics, and that is a... she's from Belgium, national team teammate of Emma Miesemann's, but played 4 years at Colorado from the corner. And the Sun reestablished a 15-point lead. That was a major collision.
Let's see if she gets there quick enough. You see her trying to beat to the spot station. That absorbs the contact to try and take a charge. I mean, it's special to watch because it makes such a difference.
What they need to do to get over the hump, and every one of them was consistent in their answer. As Alyssa Thomas,
she has got such defensive length. She's athletic. She gets in the passing lanes. Kurt Miller always talks about how scout smart she is, the game plan discipline that she has, understanding the personnel things that she does to help the team on the floor.
Knock down that shot. She has done such a good job over the course of her career improving that out.
It unlocks this offense because of the way she now has become so proficient from the three-point line.
That was off the mark on the far side of the floor. It's an 84-67 advantage for
the start of the season. It helped with the Connecticut Sun, so many returning players back. So that's where these early games.
The crowd has risen to its feet as they count it down. The horn sound. They defeat the Washington Mystics 8 Connecticut lead at the half, but then Connecticut turned it on here in the second half and win it comfortably.